Welcome to the video demonstration of the stakeholder analysis template. As you may be aware, stakeholders are extremely critical for success of any business initiative, and a business analyst must be in a position to identify, categorize and manage all relevant stakeholders. So here in this demonstration, we will demonstrate you a sample stakeholder analysis template which has been aligned along with business analysis body of knowledge. The first page is obviously the cover page, where we just write the name of the project for which we are undergoing or preparing this stakeholder analysis template, and certain revision history in terms of the version number of this document, the date and the authors for this template, and the changes made from the previous version. The template looks something like this. It has many columns on top for which we start collecting the details for each and every stakeholder or stakeholder group in the company. So we have prepared a readme first file which will help us to understand these labels. Obviously the purpose of this template is to identify and categorize them. The second column is the name of the stakeholder group, so it's very obvious. The role that the stakeholder group plays in the organization. If it is a particular stakeholder, you may have a designation, or you may also indicate them as department or function in the organization. The location of the stakeholder group. The location is critical because if you have multi-location stakeholders, the stakeholder communication plan, elicitation plan needs to be organized in a proper way, because it may not be physically possible to travel to all locations, and hence audio conferencing or video conferencing arrangements need to be made. Then the number of personnel in a stakeholder group, if it's a group. The larger the number of personnel, obviously the more complex the stakeholder group is going to be, because people or stakeholders within the stakeholder group may be cohesive or may be non-cohesive. We can also put a category for the stakeholder group which could indicate whether they are internal or external. Typically it is easier to coordinate with internal stakeholders compared to external stakeholders. The external stakeholders could be business partners, could be suppliers, or could be any other party interested in the project. The complexity of the stakeholder group could come mainly from the fact that they could be multi-locational, a large number of groups, or they are external, or they are non-cohesive. Based on that, we can put a complexity of the stakeholder group maybe in the high, medium, low category. The authority level of the stakeholder group would indicate how senior or how much authority the stakeholder group has on the project. So for example, there could be stakeholders who could only review a certain deliverable but cannot provide final acceptance. Influence is again the level of influence that the stakeholder or stakeholder group has. We typically rate it between 1 to 5, 1 being lowest and 5 being highest. Please understand that typically influence flows with the organizational hierarchy. That means the people at senior levels in the organization generally have more influence, but it is not always true. There can be situations where certain stakeholder groups, even if they are not high in the organizational hierarchy, still may have very high influence. Then the interest level of the stakeholder group in terms of how much they would like to get involved in the project. Interest depends on how much of the project solution will bring value to the stakeholder group. The stakeholder criticality is a simple way to factor in influence and interest. So we generally multiply the influence factor and interest factor to get stakeholder criticality. Then we also try to capture key expectations and special needs for each stakeholder group, because each stakeholder or stakeholder group may be expecting something to come very critical to the stakeholder group. The key concerns about the initiative, maybe each stakeholder group has different set of concerns. If you are deploying a software solution for a company which is not very comfortable in using applications, they may have a different set of concerns. Then we also try to capture attitude towards the initiative, like whether they are strongly supporting the initiative or they are not supporting the initiative that much. And in case the attitude is not on the positive side, like there is a negative perception about the initiative, it is also good to find out why is it so, because sometimes the reason could be that the stakeholder group does not feel confident about the approach or about the capability, so they may be opposing or they may not be supporting the initiative. So in that case, what the stakeholders or the business analysts need to do is to kind of plan out in detail and move in steps. So for example, if the stakeholder group feels that the team is not capable of delivering, then take a small or short milestone and try to deliver, which will bring the faith with the implementation team. Then once we get to know the reason for the negative bias, we can actually plan certain activities as I described just before. Then for each stakeholder group, we also identify aspects that we want to communicate and at what frequency we would like to communicate. Thank you for attending the video demonstration of stakeholder analysis template from Adaptive Processes.